Gas prices are at a steady low, mostly because we are producing more oil here in the U.S. The increase in oil production in the U.S. has also created more American jobs, driving our employment rate to its lowest since 2008. According to the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now, President and CEO of the American Petroleum Institute, Jack Gerard, is joining us to give us a look at how different policy choices impact this growth, as well as discuss the expected price at the pump this summer. Jack, good morning.
Good morning, Stephanie.
Could you share maybe some of these interesting results from the study? Kind of surprising.
Yes, our study that we released just yesterday shows that if we get our policies right in the United States, that we could create another 2.3 million American jobs right here at home. We could produce another 8 million barrels of oil equivalent on a daily basis, and therefore benefit all Americans. Because as you pointed out earlier, the more supply we put into that marketplace, the more downward pressure it puts on the price of gasoline, something that we all enjoy: low-cost, affordable, reliable energy.
Well, and hey, more jobs, I mean, who can argue with that, right?
Absolutely.
What policies need to be in place for us to see the economic benefits kind of laid out in this study?
But what the experts did is they took a close look at the things, the policies that might inhibit our ability to really achieve our energy potential here in the United States, and then they looked at others that would further inhibit it. So when you look generally at public policy overall, what you see is that some of the restrictions in our ability, both offshore and onshore, some of the other regulatory activities that take place today that discourage the development of our own energy resources. And they compared and contrasted a lot of those. Some of them have to do with public lands issues, others have to do with just permitting times. For example, liquefied natural gas as an export policy, our ability to export energy from the United States, our ability to produce it right here at home. Those are all policies that they looked at and concluded from that that if we get the policy right, that we're then going to be able to create all those new jobs. Those are well-paying jobs, by the way. They pay $96,000 each, compared with our national wage average, which is at $47,000 each.
Wow, so if things keep on trend, I mean, it's good news for the U.S. Every time I look at the pump, Jack, it seems like gas prices are decreasing. So do you see this trend continuing?
Yeah, what the experts say, Stephanie, is that over time, because the United States has become the world's #1 oil producer, also the world's #1 natural gas producer, that if we produce more of our own energy and we put that into that global marketplace, it continues to put downward pressure on the price of crude oil. And crude oil is the largest factor in determining what the cost of gasoline will be. So the lower the price of crude oil, the lower the cost of gasoline. And that's why you see the price of gas going down. It's because the crude oil price has gone from about $100 a barrel to mid-50s, low $60 a barrel. And so experts will tell you that if we're able to produce more energy, supply takes over, that comes down because there's more supply, prices go down, and we as American consumers benefit from that. So the trends long-term, people believe, will be quite positive for the American consumers.
And then, Jack, I mean, looking at the big picture, overall creating jobs, lower gas prices, it sounds absolutely fabulous. But what happens if we are not producing in the U.S. and not producing our own oil and energy?
Well, if you look at it historically, Stephanie, we've been a big importer of oil. And just 5 or 6 years ago, the United States imported over 60% of the oil that was then refined and used as gasoline, diesel, and the other forms of energy we use. Today, we import about 30%. So we've cut that in half. It has great benefits to our balance of payment, has great benefits because we're creating American jobs right here at home to produce that energy we're consuming. The other thing it has that we often think about but often is not talked about is our role in energy security, that we're able to become more energy secure at home, relying less on outside sources. We now have our allies in places like Europe who have said, send us your energy. They'd like to wean themselves off of Russia, the Middle East, and elsewhere. They said, America, you're our great trading partner. Work with us. Send us your energy. When we produce that energy at home, we create jobs. we send it to our allies. It makes them more energy secure as well. So it's a win all the way around.
Yeah. Is there anywhere online we can go to learn more about oil and gas prices? Maybe anything else that you touched on today?
Yes, Stephanie, we encourage people to go to our website. It's api.org, api.org. And there you'll find not only this most recent study, but we have a lot of other information about other studies, other analysis, about gas prices, how they're set, what determines what they are. We'd encourage folks to look at it and then get engaged in the public debate.
Jack, thank you so much. We certainly appreciate you taking the time to share these results.
Thank you.
We're going to have more posted to our website. All you got to do is jump online to fox4morningblend.com. Are you a busy parent wondering what you will do with your kids when school ends and summer begins? Up next, how you can capture all the moments of summer fun. Stay with us.